Fingers crossed this will work. Ooh. Okay, we should be live right now. Just the usual check, folks. You can hear me okay, yeah? Hey, Crispy, Gypsy, Barry. Hope you're all well this weekend. Okay, good. Who needs names anyway? I have to go back to school tomorrow. Ah, well. We do as we must. That's still Black Gator. Hello. Hey, Jimmy John. Welcome to the stream and to the channel. Hi, Arbinacle. How you doing? Right, just as usual. Working on some of these pictures. Making some tweaks to them. This one isn't too bad. Just a little bit of a cleanup. And we'll chit-chat as I go. But hi, my sister is, like, in love with you. Okay. Now, you youngins have to behave yourselves. We don't want a grumpy hell freezer. Hey, not a telling. Hi, Julie. Your sister's a very nice young lady. I've been having a fairly mellow weekend. Was going to clean my windows earlier, but it was raining, so that was all the excuse I needed not to do it. This picture comes from the days when the doors on the houses were still made of wood. The ones I have currently are kind of those PVC ones. The wooden ones look nicer. Krispy Kreme, what's your favourite story you've told on your channel for neckbeards? I enjoyed most of the Drac ones. Well, all of them really, because I got to do that Drac voice. It's lots and lots of fun to do that. Yeah, well, these days all the doors and the window frames and everything here are made of, well, plastic basically is what they're made of. They're very sturdy, but they're made of plastic. Who needs names anyway? What mic do you use for recording? I use a Rode NT1A, and I plug that into what's called a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interface. Must have accidentally done a search. Weird. And recording software I use, not right now because I'm just streaming of course, but when I'm recording I use software called Ableton Live 9 for doing the bulk of the recording. Then I edit between Audacity and Adobe Audition. I think that's about as much as... Oh, hang on, there's a bit of damage there, isn't there? Yeah, that's definitely damage to the picture. Dark Wolf, what inspired you to start doing this great channel? Oh, Dark Wolf, you. I began just listening to other narrators. Quite liked what they were doing. Figured I'd have a go. It wasn't really a case of, I could do better than that. It's like, I'd really like to try that. And I did. And it worked out. And I got better at it as I went on. Well, Barry, I felt very much the same. Not just before I started narrating stories, but all my life I felt very self-conscious about my voice. And the trick is just to plow through it, practice, and you'll generally find, once you start it, you'll probably find people are very nice, and that helps build your confidence. And if you're insecure about anything, just kind of lean into it and plow through. Hi, Diamond Dragon. New Year's Eve was very, very quiet. Spent some time with family. Petted the dog. The dog was kind of high, but he was happy. That's as much as that one needs. We'll save that there. Right, I wanted to actually get rid of the darkness here last time. If we're talking about the last picture, that was my mother from... when would that have been? At least 30 years ago. Probably a little, 28 years ago maybe. Hi, Rochelle. Adriana. Most likely. Happy New Year to you too. Right, let's set this on duplicate layer. Set the blend to lighten and make that a bit bigger. I'm about to call your mother looks like a lovely woman. Well, she had her moments. of various types. I don't think that quite does what I needed to. Michael Melton, hello Michael. Right, lighting isn't working. Let's just play about. Better, but not quite. Hey Rob, how you doing? You ever try something you're genuinely not sure if you like it? I got this, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of these. It's cold infusion tea bag. You just, no snacks today. I ate donuts earlier and probably shouldn't have. So just slightly flavoured water. I got these cold infusion tea bags earlier, and I'm really not sure if I like it or not. Hi Nicole, we'll have two Louises. Hi Louise Fraser, Louise Davis. Good evening. I'm well. I prepped dinner earlier. When we're done here, I'll pop the chicken on, and when that's ready, I'll toss it in with the rest and add the white wine sauces. Okay, let's just try the regular mode and see how that works. Ava, hi Ava. Do glitch videos ever make you feel like you're living in a simulation? No, I've never really had that feeling. No, sometimes when I'm actually playing VR and I take it off, things feel a bit weird afterwards though. Oh, also want to apologise to you guys. Tonight, today's neckbeard video went up an hour later than it should have, because when I was setting I uploaded them all on Friday and I set the time for 7 p.m. instead of 6 when it's usually 6 on the weekends. That's better. No, that wasn't really a busy thing. That was just me screwing up. Hi, Dusty Old Trash. Welcome. No, you don't have to change it, Louise. I can tell the difference. Unless one of you is the evil Louise. Let's repeat a little too much. That looks much better. Yes, well done. Your car has a radio. Good luck with that. Too much cologne. Bye, Krispy Kreme. No, Louise Fraser says she's the evil one, so at least we know who to keep an eye on and keep sharp objects away from for our own safety. Flight attendant stories. Well, some stories are a bit too niche to find enough to do a video on, but you never know. Hey, Fire Spider. Local hey, Hell Freezer. Any recommendations for recording equipment? Want to try and get into voice acting, but I don't even know where to start. Yeah, I can give you a few recommendations as regards to the type of equipment you should be using. Don't buy a USB mic if you're looking to get into doing it professionally, because if you're sending in auditions and things like that, some people don't mind, but some people they won't accept auditions if you don't have the right kind of equipment. So what you need is something called an XLR microphone, and you're going to need then an audio interface with phantom power, right? All that means is you plug it into your computer. The interface into your computer, I've got a Focusrite one, and that draws power, and then you plug the connector from the XLR mic into the interface, right? So that goes into the front, and then you've got a USB cord in the back that goes into your computer, then that powers your microphone. And the fact of the matter is, while there are some really good USB mics, like the Blue Yeti, that's one of the slightly, I don't know if high end's the right word, but it's the blue, there's a Blue Snowball. That's a pretty good starter mic. You can get them for between £30 and £50 depending on where and when you buy them. But the Blue Yeti is like the next one up from that. And a lot of YouTubers use the Blue Yeti, and their audio is quite good. But if you're looking for like professional level quality, some people get a bit picky about that, so you would need to get a proper microphone with an interface. I use a Rode NT1A. That would be acceptable for professional quality. I'm looking to get something else at some point, maybe this year. There's a lot of things I want to do first. I'm kind of working on improving my health right now, and that takes a little bit of money in terms of changes to diet and so on. I need to get a couple of lamps for my living room. My bedroom needs decorated. So the microphone will be later in the year. Oh, and I do want to get a camera as well. I want to start being able to take pictures, so I can get my own, go places, get my own stock pictures, places with scenery, places with museums and the like, and presumably allow photography. Hi, Vina Waldron, how you doing? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that and the camera that I can also use if I want to, maybe at some point, for doing vlogs. But that'll depend on me at least getting my face pretty again. No problem, Nicole. Happy to help. Hi, AJ. Let's make sure. Louise Davis. Okay, if you're making tea, please make me one. Yeah, thanks, Destiel. I'm not sure what my voice is doing, but if it's doing something to help people, I'm very, very happy to hear it. Der Wolpertinger of Starland, or Der Wolperting of Starland, is my birthday. Happy birthday. I won't ask how old you are, but happy birthday. I'm getting old, but adore your stories. Please keep up the good work. I will certainly try. I'm not sure what make that guitar would have been. Actually, I think it might have been a K. Yeah, maybe a K. I know my dad had a Les Paul copy, a Gibson Les Paul copy, that was a K. Barry, do you use a Focus Scarlett? Yeah, I use the 2i2, but that's only because I wanted the option of plugging something else into it at some point. You don't really need that. You can get a slightly cheaper one, and it will do the same job if you're just looking to plug a microphone into it. But I didn't want to have to buy it twice if I wanted to actually plug a guitar into it or something. Diamond Dragon, have you had your own paranormal experience? Just teeny tiny little things. Okay, gonna have to delete a comment recently. Well, I wonder when people will learn. I don't have a problem with them disliking stories, but if you're just gonna come into a video and start cursing and insulting people, why bother even leaving that comment? Anyway. Hellfreezer, do you know that your beauty is in the eye of the beholder? Well, given that I live alone, I'm the one beholding and I don't see a lot of beauty, so that's... There, you're kind of stuck. Rochelle, I've been doing them for over 3 years at this point. It was 3 years in November last year, so... Sarek, hello from Reykjavik, and hello from Scotland. And the internet. There will be... Oh, you're not much older than me then, I'm 37. Just a baby. Hi, Jack V. Welcome. What's two new subscribers popped in tonight? What are these names anyway? What kind of music are you into? Lots and lots of things. I really do enjoy. I enjoy like acoustic, just a singer, good voice and a guitar, or like acoustic versions of songs that I do enjoy. It's just it's nice to hear an acoustic version. That's the happiest sound to me. It's like there's that song by Matchbox 20, Unwell. The actual album track is fantastic, but when you hear them doing it with an acoustic guitar, it is perfection. Gypsy Soul, well, lots of people are older than me. I don't hold it against them. Hashtag Ayeni. On the recent Discovery Channel a couple of months ago, and I absolutely adore your narrations, pacing, Persian names, etc. Thank you kindly, Ayeni. This is proving a bit difficult, this bit here. Not too bad. Durham Ghost asks, so do you do any voice works outside of YouTube? Working on it. Looking to move into doing audiobook narrations at some point this year. Hopefully sooner than later, but you know, we'll start sending out auditions soonish. Then it would be nice to maybe do some voiceover work here and there, some voice acting. I'll have to say about acquiring an agent though. That proves a little bit daunting. Oh, heaven's sake, yes, that's much, much better. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, though. Well, I guess I can copy from there. Well, you see, Hannah, that's the problem. If I ever do a face reveal, folks are going to be disappointed. Not because I'm hideously repulsive. Well, not by the time I do the face reveal. I've got a good foundation to work with. But, well, you've all got this image of me built up in your minds, and reality can only disappoint. I don't really see what the point of face reveals is anyway. I'm not saying I'll never do it. I don't think it really adds to the experience. Well, the only plus side is I could, when I'm doing things like this, I could sit down and, I could do sit down vlogs or a bit of actual on cam chit chat. Might be nice. Well, see, here's the thing, Rochelle. People saw it, but they did not observe. That's a bit much. Well, that's just going kind of askew. Teddy Bear says, I picture something like the Cookie Monster, reading Monster Piece Theatre with the Hellfreezer voice. Well, I don't think I could ever top that. It's always little bits like this that give you the most trouble. Try that. That's helping a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be purple. I'm popular, Louise, but not as popular as some. Not even close. It's not like I'm in any danger of being spotted in the real world. that doesn't help at all. These names anyway. What made you choose the name Hellfreezer? I thought it sounded kind of cool. I needed a handle for IMDb many years ago, and played around with some words. And I must have been influenced by the Hellblazer comics, but I hadn't actually read those at the time. I've read them since, and they're amazing, by the way. If you're looking for something to check out, I'd recommend the original run of 300. Not that the newer ones are bad, they're just not as good. So I came up with Hellfreezer. And I've been Hellfreezer for many years since, before I even became a YouTuber. Let's turn not too bad. I think that mark on the wall might just be a mark on the wall though. Zarek, yeah, this is my job, pal. Left retail just... When did I leave retail? 2.5 years ago, I think it was. I think it was June... No, end of May in 2016. Yeah, the end of May 2016, so over 2.5 years ago, actually. Welcome back, Krispy Kreme. You have Google Earth. Right, work on the carpet a little bit so it doesn't look too repetitive. Tom, if someone sends you a scary story to narrate, how long does it take to one of your videos? There isn't a set schedule. If you send it to me, it could be in the very next day, or it could be like a year and a half. It really just depends on what stories I'm using and what I need at the time. I say a year and a half because I think that's like the longest somebody's ever waited. Hey, Mara Freeman. Right, I think that's about as much as I'd really be willing to do to that one. It's really tempting to keep overworking them, but... Actually, it doesn't even need the noise reduction. Yes, we would like to save, thank you. Oh, poor Mara. Well, the good thing is if you're working hard, it will go by super quickly. Every time I hear one of the neighbours like close a door or bang about or something, I think, oh, is that the neighbourhood serial killers coming to get me? No, it's just the neighbours, okay. Do you have any, Zarek, have any, I have lost the ability to talk. And that's helpful for a stream. Zarek asks, do you happen to have any insane retail stories yourself, bud? Yeah, I think I've told them all, though. Well, maybe not all of them, but I've told quite a few. Well, there was a time, was it in like my first year of working retail? Maybe a lot more than a year. Like I meant, there was a supervisor there. Didn't like the lady. Just something about her. You know the kind of vibe you get off people. She always seemed very annoyed by my presence. That's the vibe I got off her. And I came in one day. She should have been on shift. She wasn't there. That's odd. Maybe she's sick. Anyway, as I'd gotten in the habit of doing, and those of you who work with money will understand this, I went and checked the sheet that had been pinned to the office door. It tells you how your till came in the previous shift, and my till was £20 short. Bye, AJ. Take care of yourself. My till was £20 short. Now, not that it's impossible for me to make that kind of mistake. It's highly unlikely that I would ever have made that kind of mistake, because my tills were generally fine. They'd either be evenly balanced or just a few pennies here and there because people had come in and they'd be short, and I'd just tell them, it's fine, go, just, you can owe me it, that sort of thing. So I said to my manager who'd be in, do you need to have a word with me? Because it was store policy that if your store was over, your till was more than a £5 short, words would be had. I said, do you need to have a word with her? She says, no, it's okay then now. I was like, oh, okay. And nobody was talking about what had happened to... Oh, almost said her name there. Let's call her Poopy Bag. Not use her real name. But anyway, yeah, it turned out this lady, I never found out specifically what it was, but she was basically on the rob, is what she was. Never found out specifically what it was she had stolen, or if it was just she was lifting money out the tills. But everybody's tills seemed to improve after that. And what time is it where you are right now, Mara? It's about 9:15 for me. Oh dear, $100. That's yikes. Yeah, I think I'm actually just about done with all the spooky and Irish guru stories. I mean, a big Irish guru did contact me and tell me I could use any he'd posted, and I think I might have used them all, unless I've got one left. check. That's almost a little scratch in there. Hi Tom, 2:45 p.m. here in Indiana. Louise says, with me having Asperger's, I tend to have meltdowns. Found out the more you try to hide it, the worse thing is if you suppress it. My jobs didn't last that long because I couldn't hold my tongue. Well, I don't have Asperger's, but it is very difficult to hold your tongue when you have people in front of you all the time. All demandy people all think they know your job better than you do. Oh, you didn't ID me, you ID'd me last time. I meant to ID every bloody time. And I serve hundreds of people a night. Your accent isn't so prominent, haha, just saying sorry. Well, fair enough. Even Scottish people have trouble placing my accent at times. I mean, they know I'm Scottish. They just can't really pinpoint where. Who needs names? Anyway, every single video in my recommendation section is one of your videos. I think most of the ones in my recommendations right now are all fitness and grocery haul videos. I've been watching lots of them right now for basically for motivation. And some of them I'll be quite honest with you, just for the eye candy, because I found one last the other day, and she was rather cute. And so, well, I'll watch your videos, but I'm obviously not going to be looking for diet tips because we have very different body types. Oh, won't be long, I'm sure. Krispy Kreme, what kind of exercises do you do? Right now it's just my bicycle, but I've got equipment. I'll need to get a new bar for my weights. I've got plenty of weights actually, but I need to get a new bar and get into that. Start making use of my punch bag again, because I got that a while ago. Then I got ill and I just kind of fell out of using it. But I should be well enough to use it again now. Zarek, I'm 5'10", Zarek. At least it was the last time I checked. I suppose I could have shrunk. You never know. It can happen. What's the punching bag like? Oh, the one I've got, so it's a freestanding one. I filled the base. You fill it with either sand or water. I filled it with water so that if I ever need to move it, I can drain the water off. It'll make it easier to do. But so far at the moment, it's staying upstairs in the room it's in. I've really got no reason to move it downstairs or anywhere. Hi, Desert Fox. Louise is asking, why do people keep saying who needs names anyway? It's the name of somebody in the chat, Louise. I think this little whiffers. I think that's as good as he's gonna get. I mean, there's lots of teeny tiny little things here, but. Not sure what was up with my face there, but I was clearly upset about something. Or I was just pulling a face for the camera. Tadeo Lopez, what days do you post? All of the days. Every single one of them. Just do it like Nike. Yeah, I think Mara's lagging behind just a little bit. Not too far. I've noticed sometimes when watching live chats, it's easy to accidentally click on the counter and scroll back to the chat and not even realise it. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Just needs a few little tweaks. I think this one should be good. Rochelle, no, I've never met with any YouTuber in person. I don't think there are any others that live in my town. I can't even watch myself and nearly said the actual name. I'm about halfway done drinking this tea thing. I'm still not sure if I like it. Do you play any video games? Do you like video games? If so, which one are your favourites? Yeah, I like pretty much the entirety of the Batman Arkham series, all the Frogware Sherlock Holmes games, most of the Telltale ones I've played, and when it comes to virtual reality, lately I've been playing Guns and Stories. That's an interesting game. It can be a little bit annoying at times, but I'm making progress in it. To my surprise, I actually really enjoyed Arizona Sunshine, which is essentially just you're traveling across part of Arizona in the aftermath of a zombie apocalypse, and you're shooting zombies and trying to get to safety. Do you watch other narration channels? I haven't watched other narration channels since I started doing my own, because I don't want to be influenced by what other people are doing. That and the fact that I spend so much time doing my own daily narrations that when I'm done, I just want to relax and do something else. There's actually there's a Walking Dead virtual reality game allegedly coming out this year, so I'll probably get that. I haven't read the comics for many years, and I stopped watching the show ages ago as well, but I'll certainly check out the video game when it comes out. Hi Jade and Kim. Oh, thanks Ava. You've now put me in the mood for coffee, but I did have a can of Relentless earlier, so I shouldn't have coffee. I did rewatch the first episode, the pilot episode of the show, again recently. It was actually really well done. I mean, I remembered it was quite good, but it was better than I remembered. It'd be kind of good to see Andrew, now that Andrew Lincoln has left, it'll be good to see him in something possibly that I might want to watch again. Like I say, I just completely lost interest in the actual show. And Fear the Walking Dead. I thought, oh right, they're doing another show. Good idea. Maybe it'll be set in another country, and we can see how other countries are dealing with things set in Australia, New Zealand, Britain. Cast a handsome young Scottish narrator as your lead. But no, they basically just did a prequel, and it was certainly interesting. I watched the episodes with the early days of the outbreak. They were quite good, but they got to a certain point, just after the first few, when the zombie apocalypse was essentially in full swing, and I thought, well, okay, I've seen everything I need to see then. But I think they made a mistake by not setting the spin-off in another country. Comedy or horror, if you could only choose one, I would probably get into a fist fight with the person making me make that choice. I'd probably choose comedy, to be honest with you, but I enjoy horror rather quite a bit. Enjoy comedy horror quite a bit as well. Barry, you're too young to be drinking coffee. I assume. I don't know how old you are. Hellfreezer, do you know of a film that frightened you when you had a bad dream? I don't think I've ever had a bad dream because of a film. There's certainly films that frightened me. I mean, like when I was younger, zombie movies really scared the bejesus out of me. The Hellraiser films, which I enjoyed, body horror really freaks me out. That seems to be something that even now still kind of freaks me out. No, you don't have to say how old you are, Barry. I remembered you were young. The trouble with the world today, it's plain to see, is coffee in a cardboard cup. The trouble with the affluent society is coffee in a cardboard cup. No one's ever casual and nonchalant. No one wastes a minute in a restaurant. And something pleasantries. Have you seen The Cottage? No, I never really liked Bottom, though. Have you seen Bird? I haven't seen Bird Box yet, but it's up there on Netflix, so I'll pop it on one cozy evening. Have you seen the latest documentary on Billy Connolly? What are your thoughts? I haven't actually seen it. I don't really think I need to see it. I mean, I know he's not what he once was. So it was kind of depressingly. I saw that he'd said he feels like he's nearing his end. Really is depressing. But yeah, we've got Archer on. We've got it on Netflix here in the UK. Didn't like the last couple of seasons though. In fact, I couldn't even watch the last one. I didn't have any interest in it. Louis David, the Society, is that not High Society, or am I thinking of a different film entirely? This is the one about how the rich really are different, that kind of thing. I'm probably thinking of a different film. Krispy Kreme. When I was 6, I had nightmares, several nightmares about a squid pulling me down a toilet into a hellish basement. I was afraid to get out of my bed at night. I'd be afraid to use the toilet. Rochelle, I've never been to the US, so I wouldn't really know the difference. Zarek, no, I don't have a PlayStation, Zarek. I'm a PC gamer, so I've not played either of the Red Dead games. I can use much more than that. Oh, that's an hour gone by already. Well, welcome back, Barry. Oh, I see, Krispy Kreme. I occasionally had, not nightmares because I was awake at the time, but I was occasionally reluctant to look over at the toilet while I was in the bath when I was younger after I saw It. The Society, let's have a look-see. No, no, no. Not looking for that. Where's disambiguation? Right, we're looking for a film from 19... You said 86, could it have been 89? No, this is the film that I was thinking of. Brian Yunza. That might have had a different title. Yeah, Barry, hold your sister's hand if that's what she wants. You just behave yourself or I'm turning this chat around. Hi, tiny green turtles. I didn't know it should come in. No, who needs names? I've never had sleep paralysis, and I'm very grateful for that. Hi, Element. Welcome. Did it ran the holiday camp? Okay, I need to track down this film. Search for Dirty Dancing. No, the good one. There we go. Dirty Dancing. I've been waiting for so long. Now I finally found someone to stand by me. Saw the writing on the wall. Right, well, it wasn't Jerry Orbach. He played Thingy's father. Ran the holiday camp. Can't even recognize any of their names. Is it Jack Weston? Maybe Jack Weston. Yeah, Mary, I'll probably put the replay up later tonight, or probably sometime tomorrow, if not tonight. As Doc arrived with the baby. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Bell Meeps. I'm half convinced you're actually the same person with two accounts, but yeah, fair enough. Actor from Dirty Dancing that did the run holiday. Right, I'm determined to find this person. Given how quickly you both posted, it's unlikely. Bye, Zarek. Take care. Thanks for subbing in. My name's Natalie. I know. I saw your name on Twitter the other day. I just kind of got used to calling you Barry. Yeah, I was trying to find that actor. Is it Max Cantor? Oh, that's depressing. He passed away. It's been so long since I've seen Dirty Dancing, I can't remember who did anything. Once Bitten. Oh, I remember that one. Once Bitten. That was quite funny. Mid 1989. Well, the was that not the one? I think that's the one I was telling you about. Yeah, I don't remember them being aliens. I thought they were just Billy Warlock. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I don't remember them being aliens. Bill Whitney seems to have it all. His family is wealthy, and he lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills, California. Large formal. Yeah, they weren't aliens. It was. You've heard the saying that the rich are different. Well, the idea is that the rich are literally just a different species, and they can all kind of smush themselves together in a very kind of way. Well, yeah. Patrick Swayze was in Dirty Dancing, but it wasn't. I don't think it was in this one, was it? No, he wasn't in that one. Well, I can't and swear on here. So I said aliens. Krispy Kreme, what's your stance on anti-ax versus pro-vax arguments? I'm if you mean vaccination, I'm certainly in favour of vaccinations. Get her done, as the man says. Ghost is a good movie. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do a sequel. And if they have, I don't want to know about it. Yeah, I believe it's been proven that it doesn't cause autism. Yep, when I was a young lad, I remember getting my vaccinations and all that. Oh, I just got an email from Mara. Mara Amishadai. Okay, well, we settled that. We found that film. back to whatever I was doing. I think that's about done actually anyway. Well, this was the 1980s. That was the perm was popular then. That one's about done anyway, I think. Oh, hang on, I can see a couple of little bits I could do with getting cleaned up there. I think I was just pulling a funny face for the camera. That was, or was in a mood. Ava, I don't have a Twitter account. Everybody tells me I should get one. You don't really need one. I mean, I joined it so I could follow celebrities. And it was good. Well, I'll be honest with you, it was good pre-2016. I initially joined it because I heard Stephen Fry was on there, and I thought, well, that may be interesting, I'll check it out, and I quite liked it. But, yeah, it's not what it used to be. I must have stopped my daughter. That must be quite easy. Instagram is just for looking at the pretty people. Well, it's for me anyway. And occasionally coming across and thinking, why the hell do I follow that person? Every time I get a Twitter, it gets immediately removed. How's that happen, Krispy Kreme? Right, I do have an Instagram, but I've literally never posted on it. It was like my Twitter until I had my YouTube channel. Didn't really see a lot of activity. No, I do use it. I do actually post on Twitter. And the Instagram, people seem to have found me on there and they followed me. Even my sister somehow found me on there. And she followed me. But no, I've never posted. It's for following accounts, really. Are you? Is your name really rude on Twitter or something? Barry, I can't even remember my Instagram name. It might be the Hell Freezer. If I can't get Hell Freezer on something, it's usually the Hell Freezer. Because I'm the definite article. Hey, Eduardo. I'm the oldest person here. I'm 50 years old. So I was 29. Is an attorney. My daughter is 30. She's a teacher. Hearing the story is... That's a good piece. No, I don't think you might be the oldest person in the chat. Possibly. I'm not sure. But you're certainly not the oldest person that watches my channel. Well, sad to say, Rochelle, if she's 18, there's not really a lot you can do about it. Oh, she's 14 looking 18. Well, you might want to take her phone away from her then, or give her one with a camera. Boo. Hellfreezer just doesn't want unsolicited parrot pics. None that ever would solicit parrot pics. But it's nice to be asked if you want to see the parrot first. Completely zoned out for a second there. I think we're about done there. You. Hi, Denise. I'm sorry to hear you're still sick. No, hey, look, a llama. If llamas are spitting when you've got food on you, it's quite rude. They should ask politely. Make it too dark. I don't think the colours are quite right, so it's an older picture, so it's probably a little faded. You rode a camel. Aw, they are cute though. Denise rode an elephant. That must have been fun. It's all bear. Unfortunately, it does show up all the little grimy bits. Let's get these sorted. Henry Vang, hi Henry. Oh dear, I knocked the chat over. How careless of me. Well, I hope that seal asked permission before he kissed you first. Somehow, Freezer, why so quiet? I'm not being quiet. Maybe your volume's low? Some wants to swim with a basking shark. No, don't swim with any kind of shark. Just leave the sharks alone. Even the little ones. They only eat plankton. Well, that may be so, but it would be unfortunate if they decided to have a nibble while you were down there. And so what are your other hobbies? Play video games, play guitar, read, watch films, cycle. Do things like this. I restore and repair damaged pictures in Photoshop. Usually free of charge on Reddit. colour's not quite right in this, but that's the only thing that's wrong with it. Barry, would you Photoshop some of my pictures if I sent you some? Yeah, it depends on what they need doing. Bye, Michael. Take care. Adnama Fett. Do you travel to other countries? No, I don't. Never traveled outside the United Kingdom. Hey, Joe. No, he's got a bit of a Gary Oldman look about him there, doesn't he? Cherry soda. You can do whatever pleases you as long as you're happy. That's a bit much there. Okay, that's an hour and a half. I think I'll stay on for another half hour. Then I'll head off and make dinner. I have to think about the next 2 days' videos as well, actually. Probably True Scary Stories on Wednesday. I'm not sure about Tuesday yet, though. No, that helps. Tonight I'm making chicken and white wine sauce with rice. Oh, thanks, Henry Vang. Very much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying it. I currently have no plans to do a face cam. But it doesn't mean I never will. I've completely forgot where I'm... Oh, that's where I put my phone. It's still in my jacket. Like a breast. It's usually just got a bag of chicken breast and cook that up. Then I cut it into pieces. There's always loads of it, so I've got some new, well, it wasn't Tupperware, we'll call them Tupperware tubs. So I can just put any 3 of them and then have a plate and then freeze the rest. It's not really fancy. You just slice up a load of mushrooms, dice a bunch of onions, cook your chicken, toss them all in. I cook them in a frying pan, but you could do it in a pot. In a frying pan, then add your sauces on top and just let them cook slowly. Yeah, I got your email, Barry. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, though, but I did get the notification. Arlo, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But never say never. Or Moonraker or Spectre or other James Bond movies. Louise, will I be having stuffing? Well, that's between you and your chef. Thank you, Cherry Soda. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. Did I miss a comment there? Oh, Robbie was saying they also play acoustic guitar. Johnny Cash, George Jones, a few others. Do you find it as hard as I do to sing Ring of Fire without changing the words? You'll be having stuffing? No. You don't. It's chicken breast, onions and mushrooms with white wine sauces, all cooked together till they're all kind of yummified. You don't put stuffing in. It wouldn't be necessary. It'd be a bit much. Itchy leg. Love is a burning ring. Down, and the flames went higher. Burns, the ring of fire. The ring. Or if you've been eating spicy food that burns my ring like fire. Oh no, thank you. Louise, I don't think I've ever actually eaten stuffing. No, I don't think Johanna's in. Not tonight. It reminds me, I do have to send her. She wanted a rendered version of my logo, so I'll need to remember when I get to my work computer to send it, because the proper rendered version of the current logo isn't on this computer. I was a good hell freezer yesterday, and I spent several hours catching up on emails, which I wouldn't have had to do had I actually, spent time responding to them when they came in. But it's one of those things that you do it tomorrow, then tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and so on and so on. That was my parents. They were a good-looking couple back in the day, weren't they? I should probably close that picture though before I get slapped in the wrist for promoting smoking. Bye, who needs names anyway. Thanks for stopping in. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice. Right, more images. I think I've got a few still to be scanned. What's this? Why is it called Warhol? Oh right, I was working on this for a t-shirt design, wasn't I? I'd really need another roll. Another roll, that'd be enough. Problem is making the colours all different. Well, there isn't a white one, there should be a white one. And a black one wouldn't really work. I really do need to design more t-shirts, so I might, next stream I might get some resources planned out and see what I can come up with. I think I'll try and maybe do a spinning plates one. The ones, the videos I've done with kind of unique titles, at least unique to me, I'll see if we can come up with stuff, you know, tie-ins, merch and stuff. Barry, yeah, I have a Redbubble store, and there are some t-shirt designs up there. There's one that's just the channel logo, just kind of a big version of it. I think there's one with a smaller version, tiled, not like this, but tiled. There's a Revenge's ice cream one that should be up there, and there's a 3D version of the Hellfreezer logo. Oh, I appreciate you trying, Denise. Don't worry about it, though. Donations are appreciated, but certainly not necessary. Quite over on from there. There we go. I think I've missed some messages. Louise Davis, Hellfreezer, I could do a face reveal as a new Hellfreezer, new looking Hellfreezer. That may work. Or less of the nagging. No, I don't think that'll stop people asking me to do a face reveal. Are you a fan of Lemmy? I don't know who Lemmy is or what Lemmy is. No, I did answer that a little earlier in the chat. It originally came from my IMDb screen name. Well, the Redbubble store is already up. It's just it could do with a bit more variety than it currently has. I mean, don't get me wrong. It actually has some pretty cool designs on there, but I can't sell them to you because it was made for. They were made for custom designs just for myself. There was a Hannibal one. There was a Northern Exposure one because I literally could not buy a Northern Exposure t-shirt. Hello, Henry K. Henry Key. You should make hoodies as well. I can't remember if there are hoodies available or not. There might be. I put it on a few things. Put it on t-shirts. I think I put it on mugs. There might have been hoodies. Bye, Denise. Good luck with your cocktail. Hope it makes you feel better. Lemmy the comedian. Nope, Joe, I've never heard of Lemmy. So I can't get a shirt. I'm pretty sure you can get a shirt. Hang on a minute. Something's not doing what it should here. The tablet's meant to be charging as a stream. That'll be why. Just a sec. Be right with you. That's fair. I had the tablet I'm looking at the chat on plugged into the computer on a little extension thingy so I could sit on the sofa while it was charging, but it somehow got pulled out. There are already shirts with my logo on, and they're generally black or white, most of them, mostly because I wear black anyway. My current ringtone, I think it's the Farnsworth from, if you remember the show Warehouse 13, they had this little antiquated communications device in there, and it had this kind of electronic ring kind of sound to it. That's what I use as my actual ringtone. And when I'm my notifications, like emails, messages, text, that sort of thing, that's you might want to cover your ears. I'm about to curse. That's from the show Dexter, where the character Dokes walks in and goes, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And that always makes me smile to hear. Are they $46.80? I'm not sure how much the hoodies are. Sounds like a bit much for a hoodie. I mean, if that's what they're charging, I'll take them off, because it's not reasonable to expect anybody to pay that. Bye, Cherry. Hey, Gracious 37. Yeah, I can honestly say I've never worn a hoodie. I did buy a couple, but they didn't fit me. Yeah, I'd stay away from the hoodie. That seems a bit pricey. Might have to change those settings so they don't show up. No, Barry, don't pay that for it. That is much too much for merchandise. If I can find a more reasonably priced store, I'll switch over there. Yeah, gracious. I'm on live for about another 10, 15 minutes or so. Yeah, well, Barry, I don't want you paying that for it. It's not worth it. Literally, it's not worth it. They're not spending almost $50 on manufacturing costs, and I can assure you what they cut me in for isn't anywhere close to that. Very funny, Henry. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can show my merch store on chat. I mean, surely I can. It's my merch store. Then again, it's Redbubble's logo. I think it's my merch store. It should be fine. If I can find the link. There's my dashboard. Description. Well, I'll have to fix that when I get time. My channel. Come on. Thank you, Cone. Very kind of you. Much appreciated. Or Con. I'm always worried I'm messing up people's names. Oh, there we are. My channel. Right, well, here's my Redbubble store. These aren't showing up. Is it because okay, I didn't even realize I'd made that available on a skirt, but there we go. Yeah, that's the Revenge's ice cream one. Apparently that's on a dress. It's meant to be a t-shirt. I can never negotiate this place properly. There we go. Oof! No. I'm gonna. Yeah, it's retailing for $33.61 for a hoodie. Oh no. I'm gonna disable the hoodie option later. That is much too expensive. That's completely ridiculous. That. I don't know. I'd enabled the option. I didn't realize that's the price they were. I've seen the t-shirts. Barry, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not comfortable with someone buying something at that price. It's just not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. The t-shirt prices are fine, but the hoodie's much too expensive. Oops, sorry. I was reading comments there. I should have been actually paying attention to chat. Gracious, was playing you in the doctor's office. They were laughing at me. Oh man, this is awesome. You're going to see my face. It remains uncertain. I mean, if they were about £25, that'd be okay, and then whatever the exchange rate is in dollars, that'd be a bit better, but no, that's a bit much. I don't know if I can change the price on, I'll have to see. That's what I was just thinking, Robbie. I think if I lower, maybe if I lower what I earn off it, because I don't earn a lot, but if I can lower that, I'd rather people were having a product they were happy with. The base price and artist margin combine to create the retail price, which is the price you see per product across the Redbubble website. Large frame prints. Yeah, so I should be able to. I think I can change the base list price. I might be able to change the artist margin. How did you get the idea for your channel logo? I was just messing about in Photoshop, bit like we're doing here, and typed out the name Hell. I can't even remember the font I started with from that, so I'd be kind of if I need to recreate it, it's going to be difficult. And I typed out Hell Freezer, and I distorted the logo a little bit. Then I put a little thing behind it to look a nose, and then we got eyes and eyebrows. And I thought I quite like that, so I started using it whenever I do like Photoshop manipulations, or like fake movie posters and the like, just to entertain myself. And I'd use that to tag them with. So when I came to have my YouTube channel, I already had a Hell Freezer logo ready, and that became my logo. So far, I've had a few sales on Redbubble, Joe, and I haven't actually claimed any of the money. To be honest with you, half the time I forget it's even there. I set it up because I figured I should have one, and it's always a surprise. Was, oh, you made a sale? It's like, what? How? But there we go. I still do that now and again. Not as much as I used to, but now and again I do pop it in there. Henry Key, why do blind people walk their horse so much? Why do blind people walk their dogs so much? Thank you for the donation, Henry, but I'm quietly judging you. Rob B, would it not cost more for me to get a t-shirt sent to Canada? Did they not have a Canadian Redbubble? English US. I'm not sure. I know whenever I order something for the UK, it doesn't take long to arrive. Yes, Henry is joking. He's made a few jokes. Right, that's enough talk about Redbubble. I might end up scrapping this. I'm not 100% happy with it. Anyone over the bridge? What part of the UK are you based in? I am based in central Scotland. You know, I might roll that back a little bit. Go with just 3 and enlarge them a bit. That might look better, actually. So back to what it was when I started. And we'll crop the design a bit. Where's the crop on there? Where? Right, let's make sure I don't... That might work. Go on, how long does it take for you to create a video? About 3 hours per video. If I'm working on multiple videos at a time, like in the Friday, well, my weekend videos, I do them all together. Friday, Saturdays, no, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I do all together. So I start working those on Thursday, and I finish them off on Friday. So it essentially takes me a day to get those 3 videos done. But an individual video on its own. You have a hoodie that says something something butts. Yes, I do. I thought it was funny. I've heard of Walter Fate. I've never seen any of their content though. I also have a t-shirt that says opinions are like assholes, everyone has one and they're mostly full of shit. We're coming with you while you make cookies. Sweet. May I see them? Oh, stop talking about cookies. I had donuts earlier. You're making me want to eat more sweet things. I have cookies in the cupboard. Well, I have that mysterious pack of cookies in the cupboard that just mysteriously appeared one week when I had my shopping delivered. I should probably eat them in the interest of safety. Cyberfox. Yeah, I usually put stuff on while I'm playing games as well. I'm rarely interested in the actual audio in the game. Especially if I've played through it before. Like, I've been replaying the Arkham games recently. I deleted my Arkham Knight save file, so I'd have to play through it again. And I'm not listening to the game, I'm skipping most of the cutscenes as well. Hello, Mara. Welcome back. Yeah, not sure how much longer I'm staying on. Give me a minute. We'll keep chatting now if you guys want to keep chatting. That's if you do. I'm going to toss some chicken in a pressure cooker to cook, because that's literally the only thing I was about to do when I stopped streaming. Steam game Creepy Castle. I don't think I've heard of that one. Am I afraid of spiders, asked Louise. No, not afraid of spiders. Your favourite type of video to make? The ones that are completed. No, well, the funnier ones, because I always kind of chuckle along as I'm doing them. Right, I'll be back in just a minute or two, guys. I've never done this during a chat before, I don't think, but be right back. Right, just let me know if that hissing gets too loud. Anyone over the bridge? Can you give us a play-by-play? I think I'll close that door actually. Give us a play-by-play like a cooking show, please. I've been tempted to do cooking with Hell Freezer. I might even do it one day. Tiny Green Turtles, it's currently 10 minutes past 10 for me. Cody Johnson, if I could hug, I probably would give you one, yes. I have not heard of Creepy Castle, no. Rob B asks, what kind of acoustic guitar do you have? It's a K, an old K acoustic. It's kind of like a Hummingbird copy. You know the Gibson Hummingbird? Which I would love to own, but ooh, it's so expensive. Right, I've brought After Eights back with me. I only ever buy these at Christmas time and I still had the pack there. So much waste in them. Cyberfox, no, I don't have any pets. I have an empty fish tank that I need to clean out, sterilise, because it's been quite a few years since there was any fish in it, and repopulate. I hope your niece is okay, Joe. Hi, Whispering Times, welcome. Yeah, Louise, I keep meaning to do one of those super long videos again. Things always keep getting in the way, but I do intend to at some point. Tesco £3 meal? Oh, look, I keep telling you guys, I make Hell Freezer money, not PewDiePie money. £3 on a meal? Get a black cat, they're the best. A cat would just judge me. I kind of do actually have a cat. I don't think I have a picture on my computer of it. It seems to always, especially if the weather's warm, come along and plop itself down in my path and just kind of watch the world go by. It's even been brave enough to venture into the house a couple of times. Then run like hell when it realises I'm there. Cyber folks, I've never heard of Nitro Rad. What do they do? Anyone over the bridge? I've been known to sing a little bit from time to time. Okay, that's enough After Eights. Now I'll take over to my dinner. Not ready. Sorry about the sounds of munching, folks. All over now. Yeah, it's meant to be. It's called Warhol. I went through a thing. Was even longer than I thought now. In 2017, when I started getting sick, I barely got out of bed. So I was just watching documentaries and things, and I went on a massive Andy Warhol kick. He was a very interesting guy, was that Andy Warhol. Not so much the people he surrounded himself with, if I'm being perfectly honest, but just my opinion of them, of course. Very interesting guy. It was like, he kind of cultured the idea that he was very uneducated, but he was clearly extremely intelligent, very well read, but he seemed to want to convince people that he didn't read. But I understand he had quite an extensive book collection. He was very learned. There's actually is a rather nice. I keep trying to find a good quality framed print of it because I want it for my house. Because literally the last time I decorated my living room, I took everything down off the walls and I didn't put anything back up. It's been years. It's a painting he did. It was before he was still Andy Warhol. Actually, was he Andy Warhol at that point? I don't know if he took on that name yet. Or was it Warhola? I'd have to check. And it was a picture of sketching on a butterfly. So it was really, really nice. I still quite like it. So I'm on the lookout for a good framed print of that. You're talking to me, Barry? No. I literally just put it on. I'll give it about 15 minutes by the time it boils and comes through the hiss. Then just cut up the chicken and toss it into with all the other ingredients. And then I cook that very, very slowly. I mean, I explained to people how to do that. If you're not a good cook, you can do this. I mean, I'm actually not a bad cook. I'm not bragging. I'm just not too bad of a cook. But it's you just put it in, you cook it away slowly. Don't worry, Rob. The evil After Eights have gone. Thing is, I do like After Eights, but I can only have a couple at a time. Poppets, on the other hand, I could probably eat about half a bag at a time. Anyone over the bridge? No, I don't. Mostly what I watch on YouTube are, right now it's fitness videos, to try and give myself a bit of motivation. People fixing things, restoring things, musicians. I've been on a huge Janet Devlin kick recently. If you haven't checked her out, I definitely recommend it. She's really, really talented. She's a fine Irish lass and she's got a really nice voice. What else do I watch on YouTube? Let me think. I mentioned Anderson's a few times. I watch horror reviews. Count Chocula, Horror Guru. There's others as well I've looked at, but I always seem to keep coming back to those two. And I used to watch Scotchbox, but I mostly watch his Twitch stuff now. What did I do with my mouse? I think I've misplaced it. That's an Xbox controller. Oh, there it is. See what this does. Ooh, I like that. Hi, Madam Raven. Bye, Cyberfox. Take care. Excuse me, Joe of the Dead. It's my weekend off, and we've just started the new year, so I'm making gradual steps getting back to being healthy. I went out on Saturday because my smoothie cups had gotten a bit manky, so I'd ended up chucking them out a few months ago, and I kind of fell off the be healthy wagon for a bit. We were getting into the holiday season, so that was my excuse. Plus, I wasn't feeling great. So went out yesterday, and because I've been meaning to do this for a while, to look for new cups, right? And I couldn't find them. Well, no, I couldn't find them. Couldn't find them on Thursday, I think it was. And I went into the same shop on Saturday, and I guess they must have just been moving stuff around because I knew this store had them. I went in on Saturday and I thought I'll check the other end of the store this time. And sure enough, there they were, all different types. And they were much cheaper than they would have been to buy them elsewhere. So, yeah, Louise, having chicken and white wine. So I got 3. I got 2 for like smoothies and other like health things if I ever want to try them, with the compartments in the bottom. I don't know what I'm going to do with the compartments in the bottom. I'll maybe put gummy bears in there or something. And 1 just for water, or like right now I've got this weird kind of tea thing in it. Night, anyone over the bridge? Sleep tight. Gracious, when will you be back on? I don't really know. I don't have a set schedule for doing streams. I usually decide, do I have the energy to do a stream? Yep. Then I schedule it for a couple hours later. Lately, I've been doing a lot of them, so maybe another one, couple of days, maybe. Well, I don't think, men. I actually do need to lose weight because, while I'm not hugely fat, bigger than I need to be, and if I did lose weight, a lot of the health problems I'm having would massively improve. I know they would. So we're at the point now where I've got the exercise equipment, most of what I need. I'd love a treadmill, but that's, we'll see. So I'm gradually substituting things for things that are better. Get rid of the good bread, get the whole meal because it's tolerable. Make sure I'm getting more vegetables into the diet, cutting back on the rubbish as well. But I do still like to indulge on the weekends. Good night, Gracious. Hope the cookies turn out okay. There shouldn't be 2 greens there. That's a better green, at least. I might just scrap this one and start again. That's not enough variation in the colours. Robin will have a keyboard. Or you having to type on your phone or something right now? Oh yes, Louise, I do. I remember the Chicken Tonight advert. Some ideas. Colin, how did you get the idea from your channel? I've seen a few other people doing it. I quite liked what they were doing. It's back in the days when I'd actually spent quite a bit of time listening to narrators. I decided to give it a go myself. Right, we'll keep that one. That one. We'll do something else with. I'm doing this. Maybe try colour overlay. Still haven't had a good orange. See if I can get a good kind of orange colour. Maybe that'll work. Louise, it all depends on how you feel in yourself. Yeah, essentially, I've enjoyed all that nonsense, and time gone by. Time to be nice to my body instead of acting like it's offended me in some way. I've got that set to hue. It should be colour. Yeah, that's better. No, you're doing okay, Rob. I think I'll maybe just go for all kind of neon colours. So we've got bright pink, light green, and yeah, Jack, we're still live. It should say live next to the at the bottom of the player, and the little thing should be red if you're actually watching it live. No, I can believe you, Whispering Times. At least you know what's going on in your meals then. I'm kind of gradually moving towards doing that a little bit more too. Not quite from scratch, but certainly more actual cooking. Yeah, I've gone on for a little bit longer than I was gonna, but I'd really just be sitting on the sofa. I'll have to go up and check in my pressure cooker in a few minutes, so. Or really just take it off and let it settle down. I'll give it 5 more minutes, I'll take it off. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this and we'll start from scratch. That way I can do a better job on the colours. I'm messing about too much there. So we'll start with a new. Right, we'll start with that. And should be able to get the old Hell Freezer logo. Nope, we need the PNG, thank you. There we go. No, it doesn't sound stupid, Joe. It makes perfect sense. I've been watching a lot of these fitness people and they've all got scales in the kitchen. Okay, that's meant to... That's not meant to move around like that. When I press Shift, Control T. Okay, have they changed the controls on this? I don't know what's going on. It's usually if you press Shift, it starts it moving about. They must have improved it with the last update. A portion of pasta? Well, in my experience, a portion of pasta is basically the whole bag. Then you add stuff to it. Yeah, Jack, that's right. I am Scottish. kind of hard to really describe what life is like over here because I've never actually lived anywhere else. It's pleasant enough. The area I live in is quite trouble-free. There are more troubled areas of Scotland, but for the most part mine's quite pleasant. I've got good neighbours. Never usually too much disruption. Oh, for heaven's sake, you're meant to be joking, you. Behave yourself. There we are. But yeah, beyond all this current nonsense, with the attempt to leave the European Union, life over here is quite good. The springtime's how big a bag? I'm not sure. I think it's 1 kilogram. I think the bag of pasta, Julia. I'll be right back, folks. I'm going to go take the pressure cooker off. Won't be a minute. Right, we'll just let that settle on its own. Louise, if food critics are full of something, well, yes, well, with all the food they eat, I imagine they would be. Louise, well, too much of anything is bad for you. I mean, apparently, like deli meats, or cold cuts as they call them in some countries, are now bad for you. I saw that yesterday and I was just about to go make a sandwich. I was like, well, I'm not eating it now. But everything in moderation. Well, there's not really a lot that goes into pasta. I mean, as long as it's made with durum wheat, which is generally the best kind in my experience. I believe we're talking about yummy pasta. Somebody mentioned that the accepted portion of a single serving of pasta is actually quite small. Right, maybe they're a bit close together. I'll see. Well, that's the thing. I think it depends on the country you're in. I mean, here in the UK, we love lots of sauce with pasta. As I understand it, do correct me if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, in say like Italy, where the pasta comes from, they have a little bit of sauce with it. Chicken's not healthy anymore. Hey. Chicken was like the one thing that was apparently fine no matter what. I'm feeling like Grumpy Freezer again. Yeah, apparently red meat is bad, although some people have been saying, like I've been watching a lot of these health videos recently, depending on how it's fed. Well, I think everything in moderation. So you can have a little red meat, and it'll be fine. You can have a little pasta, and it's fine. I mean, the fact of the matter is, vitamins can be bad for you if you have too many of them. This is kind of tedious, but I need these to be carefully positioned. Yeah, I think they're about the right position. Try paying bills in moderation. Well, Well, the thing about pasta is it's quite cheap, so it's always tempting to use loads of it. I mean, you can get more expensive ones, but you can get a pack of spaghetti for about 20p, or you can get the more expensive one for about 50, 60p. Even then, you're not paying a lot. Okay, I think 15 more minutes and then we'll wrap up for the night. I seem to be doing these longer streams now. I've never. I like fish, but I've never tried squid. Jack, you can send us stories to kingofthecities@gmail.com. That can be found in the description of just about every video. Maybe not the live streams, I don't add a lot of info to the live streams, but pretty much every video. And it's in the About section on my channel. Start playing with these. Maybe a colour overlay would be a good way to go. If I colour them individually, that might actually look nicer than the box I was going for. Let's try this. Nope, that's not what we want. What do I do at the end? You just close the window or go to another, click on another tab or whatever at the end. The stream itself, it'll just come up, stream has ended. I really should look into getting like proper away cards. The stream is over. Well, actually, I did have stuff. Yeah, I did have this as my end card, but I don't think I'm using the software that you'd use it with. I'll have to look into it more. Alvarez, make your own pasta. That'll be fun. Oh no. A lot of time. I don't think it's too difficult, but a lot of time and effort to do it. It's only a few ingredients, I suppose. Did you ever try step and repeat in Photoshop? I'm not sure I understand what that means. Right, we'll leave that one. black. We'll try and make this one yellow. No, we don't want a group. We never want a group. Go away. Have I ever used that? No, then behave yourself. Thought occurs to me, I can't have one black because it's going to go on a black t-shirt, so let's fill. Yeah, I'll colour that then, so everything looks. Hi, lemon grabloids. We'll be wrapping up in about 10 minutes, so but appreciate you popping in. I wonder if that would alternate between the colours then. Let's try that, see how that looks. This one. The pink. I'll look into that whispering times because I do need to do this kind of thing every now and again. I've been using Photoshop for years, but there's still a lot of stuff I've got to learn. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Hosenbett, mit. Something weird happened there. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but that was weird. Good night, Joe. I miss Joe saying goodbye there. Yeah, all Super Chat does is it highlights your comment and you make a donation. It's completely unnecessary. I'll read out half the chat anyway. Nachtblut is Nightblood. I've got orange, yellow, green, pink, blue. Nobody needs to donate. Oh, red, I've not done red yet. There we are. I don't think many people have money at this time of year anyway. What have I not tried here? Nah, that's too dark. We're going for bright colours. He's already had green, had blue. Thank you, Jack. Much appreciated. Good night, Robbie. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, I think we're about done for tonight anyway. Let me save this project first. Okay, did you just pop in, Shawsy? Well, I appreciate you popping in, but we're just over the 3 hour mark now, and I'm going to head off and make dinner, so I'm going to head off for now. We'll likely do another chat stream at some point, maybe in a few days. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourselves.